understanding chemical safety basics. What is the most common misconception about chemical safety compliance? One of the biggest misconceptions is that chemical safety compliance is only for big companies. The truth is, every business that handles chemicals, no matter how small, has a responsibility to protect its workers and the environment. It's not just about avoiding fines, it's about saving lives. Even small businesses can implement simple, effective measures without breaking the bank, especially with tools like those offered in the Safetyverse. What's the difference between a chemical hazard and a chemical risk? A hazard is the inherent property of a chemical that makes it dangerous, like flammability or toxicity. A risk, on the other hand, is the likelihood of that hazard causing harm in a specific situation. For example, gasoline or fuel is flammable, it's a hazard, but the risk is low if it's stored properly in a sealed container. Understanding this distinction helps businesses focus on mitigating risks, not just identifying the hazards. Why are safety data sheets, SDS, so important, and how can businesses manage them better? Safety data sheets are the backbone of chemical safety. They provide vital information about how to store, handle, and dispose of chemicals safely. The challenge is managing these safety data sheets effectively, especially if you're dealing with hundreds or thousands. That's why tools like the free Safety Data Sheet Management System that are contained within the International Safety Data Sheet Service are game changers. They simplify organization, ensure updates, and make critical information easily accessible. What are the hazards of chemicals? Chemical hazards include toxicity, flammability, corrosiveness, and reactivity. Each chemical has unique properties that determine its potential to harm people, property, or the environment. What are the chemical and physical properties of a substance? These include characteristics like boiling point, flammability, pH, and solubility, which influence how the chemical behaves and interacts with its surroundings. Safety data sheets list these properties in detail. What are the routes of exposure? Chemicals can enter the body through inhalation, ingestion, skin contact, or eye contact. Identifying these routes helps you implement controls to minimize exposure. Compliance and regulations. Are chemical safety regulations the same globally, or do they vary by country? They vary significantly. For example, the UK emphasises detailed risk assessments, while the US may focus more on safety data sheets. However, the principles of chemical safety, like identifying hazards and mitigating risks, are universal. The Safetyverse provides globally compliant tools and training, so you're covered no matter where you operate. How can someone know if their business is compliant with chemical safety regulations? Compliance involves more than just having the right paperwork. You need to ensure your team is trained, your chemicals are stored and handled properly, and your risk assessments are up to date. The Safetyverse offers free tools and audits to help businesses identify gaps and take action. It's all about staying proactive. Do I need safety data sheets for all substances or just the harmful ones? Safety data sheets are required for all hazardous substances, including less obvious ones like cleaning agents, to ensure proper handling and compliance. Do safety data sheets need to be kept up to date, and how often are they updated? Yes, safety data sheets, SDS, must be updated whenever there's a regulatory change or new scientific information is available. Use SDS, that's the International Safety Data Sheet Service, to automate updates and ensure compliance. What is accelerated compliance, and how does it help professionals save time? Accelerated compliance is a streamlined process that reduces the complexity of traditional compliance methods. It's built on 3 steps: get certified, become competent, and achieve compliance. By automating tasks like safety data sheet management and risk assessments, it saves hours of work, letting professionals focus on more critical tasks like audits and inspections. What are one-page chemical risk assessments, and how are they useful? These provide a concise summary of hazards, controls, and protective measures, making it easier to understand and communicate risks to your team. What are task-based chemical risk assessments, and when are they useful? Task-based assessments evaluate risks associated with specific activities, such as spraying a solvent. They're ideal when chemical use varies across tasks. What's the difference between task-based and chemical-based risk assessments? Chemical-based risk assessments focus on the substance itself, while task-based assessments consider how the substance is used in context, offering a more practical approach to safety. What happens if I don't have a risk assessment and there's an accident? You could face fines, lawsuits, or even criminal charges. Risk assessments are your legal and ethical safeguard against preventable accidents or incidents. What are the emergency response protocols? Protocols include containment procedures, evacuation plans, first aid, and cleanup methods. For example, spills may require neutralizing agents or absorbents, as specified in the safety datasheet. How does chemical safety affect environment, and what can businesses do to minimize harm? Improper handling or disposal of chemicals can lead to pollution of water, soil, and air. Businesses can minimize harm by following disposal guidelines on safety datasheets, using eco-friendly alternatives where possible, and educating their teams on sustainable practices. Tools from the Safetyverse can guide businesses in implementing these steps effectively. What is the Certificate of Compliance from the International Association for Chemical Safety, and how do I get one? This certification is a globally recognized credential that demonstrates compliance with chemical safety standards. To earn one, complete relevant training, meet regulatory requirements, and undergo an audit using tools like the International Safety Datasheet Service or the Safetyverse. What's one piece of advice you give to students starting in health and safety? Focus on building a strong foundation of knowledge. Take advantage of free resources like the Knights of Safety Academy to gain certifications and employers' value. And don't be afraid to reach out to mentors or communities like the Safetyverse. It's not just about learning the rules, it's about understanding why they matter and how to apply them. How can small businesses afford chemical safety training and tools? This is a great question, and honestly, it's why the Safetyverse exists. We've removed the financial barriers by offering free training and tools like the Knights of Safety Academy. For small businesses, this resource means you can stay compliant, protect your workers, and save lives without straining your budget. My question for you is this: are you ready to take the next step? Because you don't have to do this alone, and you don't have to figure it out through guesswork or frustration. The Safetyverse was built to empower real heroes of safety, people like you. Whether you're a student just starting your health and safety journey or professional looking to expand your skills and protect more lives, there's a place for you in the Safetyverse. By clicking the link below this video, you'll gain access to a growing library of over 70 accredited online safety courses, completely free. And it's not just about chemical safety compliance. These courses cover a range of topics across health and safety and well-being, and we're adding more all the time. As the chairman of the International Association for Chemical Safety, I've focused on making chemical safety compliance accessible to everyone, no matter where you are in the world. That's why the Safetyverse includes resources like the International Safety Datasheet Service, which provides unlimited, up-to-date safety datasheets for free, forever. It also offers instant, advanced risk assessments to help you build competence and confidence in minutes, not weeks, not months, not years. But the Safetyverse isn't just about resources, it's a community. It's a place where experts, students, and safety leaders come together to share knowledge and solutions, their experience from over the years. My mission through the 1 Billion People Protected Foundation is to safeguard over 1 billion lives in the support of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Right now, we've already reached over 2 million people, but this is just the beginning. By joining the Safetyverse, you'll be part of something bigger. You'll be part of a movement to change how safety is done globally. You'll learn from other Knights of Safety, leaders who are shining a light on solutions and strategies to protect people and workplaces. And by subscribing to the Safetyverse channel, you'll stay updated with new content, tools, and insights that will help you stay ahead in your field. So click the link below, join the Safetyverse, and take the first step toward becoming one of the real heroes of safety, because this is more than just compliance. This is about protecting people, creating safer workplaces, and building a legacy of safety that matters. People Protected is my #1 mission, and I'm inviting you to join me in making it yours too. Together, we can make a real difference. So let's get started. Click the link and become part of the Safetyverse today. Let's do this together.